Okay. So what is differential equation, by the way? So, na-record ko ba? Okay, naka-record. Okay. So what is differential equation? So sabi ni from Rainbill and Vigent, yung libro ni Rainbill and Vigent. So an equation containing derivatives or differential of one or more variables. So meron din sinabi si Birchhoff, tapos saka Enrota, a differential equation, medyo mahaba. Okay? Then meron din definition ng Wikipedia sa differential a differential equation, napakahaba, hindi wag na nating basahin. Let's stick with the simple definition of Rainbill and Vigent. It's an equation containing derivatives or differentials of one or more variable. Napakasimple lang, ano? So, isang equation na merong derivatives or differentials. So, ano yung example ng differential equation? Ito. So, dy over dx equals e to the x plus sine x. So, very simple. The second derivative of y with respect to x plus k squared y equals 0. Then, y double prime minus 2y prime plus y equals cosine x. Quantity x squared plus y squared dx minus 2xy dy. And the second, okay, so ang basa dyan is partial differentiation. Pag may nakita kayo, kasi mapapansin mo yung derivative, for this equation, differential equation, yung derivative niya, yung pagkakalagay ng dy tsaka ng dx, d ang ginamit. Pero dito, ang ginamit niya ay medyo maarte. Medyo maarte na letter D. So, ang tawag dito is partial. Pagka ganyan, pagka normal lang ang pagkakasulat ng letter D, dy over dx is y prime, by the way. The second derivative of y with respect to x is y double prime. Pagka ganito, this one is the second partial derivative of u with respect to x. Ganun ang pagkakabasa na hindi katulad dito, hindi d squared y over dx squared. Hindi ganun ang basa doon. Ang basa dito is the second derivative of x of y with respect to x. Okay? This is the derivative of y with respect to x, dy over dx. Yan, pwede mong basahin dy over dx. Pero for this one, this is the second derivative of y with respect to x. And ito, it is the second partial derivative of u with respect to x. So, partial derivative ang tawag dito. Ano ibig sabihin ng partial? If you have so many variables in the equation, possibly magkakaroon ka ng partial differentiation nun. Kasi pagka ang equation, ang variable mo sa isang equation ay y lang tsaka ng x. Y tapos x. Yun lang. Isang derivative lang yun para sa with respect to one variable. Ang tawag doon sa x and y variables, then dito you have u, x, y tapos may t. So definitely gagamit ka ng partial differentiation yan. So partial derivative of u with respect to x. Second partial derivative of u with respect to x, second partial derivative of u with respect to y is equal to partial derivative of u with respect to t. So ganun lang kasimple, an equation containing derivatives. So or differential, kung meron ganun, and that is differential equation. Ano ba gamit ng differential equation? Parang for every function, for example, for equations of lines, yung ginagamit kasi natin yan para ma-present yung equation ng line in geometry, in analytic geometry. Okay? For example, a line passing through the origin with y-intercept equals b. The general equation of that line is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope. So you have the two variable y, x. So y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope, then b is the y-intercept, but yung m tsaka b, ang tawag doon ay constant or parameters. Or sometimes it is called coefficients. So hindi sila yung variable, ang variable lang doon yung x saka y. So you can express the equations of line in a simple as y is equal to mx plus b. But you can express the equation of that line in differential equation. Okay? So gano'n lang. So pwede so bawat equations natin na pinag-aralan niyo sa yung parabola, hyperbola, circle, ellipse, there is a corresponding differential equation. Okay? There is a corresponding equation in differential equation. which involves differential or derivative. So, yun yung differential equation. So, normally ang gamit nito sa engineering, sa civil engineering, medyo konti lang ang part ng, konti pa ang gamit. But sa undergrad, but if you will take graduate studies, let's say magmamasteral ka or magdo-doctoral, makikita mo yung gamit talaga ng differential equation. But sa electrical engineering, medyo, tsaka sa AC, ginagamit na kagad, I think, yung differential equation. Pero sa atin, gagamitin, I think sa PPS may subject kayo na paggagamitan. But as a dynamics, sa dynamics gagamitin nyo yan, differential equation. Then later, pagka nag-ano kayo ng masteral, napakaraming gamit ng differential equation. Kaya ito pa isang, ito parang equation of heat yata ito eh. Hindi ko matandaan. Ito parang sa thermodynamics. Okay. Ito pa isa. Similarly here, L is equal to second derivative of I with respect to T plus R di over dt plus I over C equals EW cosine WT. So ito normally sa ano to sa electrical engineering, yung sa circuits ito, where your variable is I tsaka T. Then ang mga parameter mo dito, ang constant ay L, R, C, tsaka yung E, NW. So yun yung mga parameters. Ang variable mo lang dito, variable is I tsaka T. Nagkataon lang hindi X and Y, ano, I lang tsaka T. The second derivative of W with respect to X raised to cube or raised to 3 minus xy dy over dx plus w equals 0. Number 9, the second derivative of y with respect to t plus the second derivative of x with respect to t equals x. And another, this one is x times partial derivative of f with respect to x plus y partial derivative of f with respect to y equals nf. So here, napansin nyo dito, you have three variables, w, x, saka y, x, saka t. Dito naman you have f, x, y, yun lang. And then merong, at saka, wala yun, tatlo lang. And then meron kang n na coefficients or constant or parameter. So that is differential equation. So that is how you represent differential equation. Ito partial. And then may tinatawag na independent and dependent variable. Ano ba yung dependent and independent variable? Sabi dito, independent variable, when a differential equation involves one or more derivatives with respect to a particular variable, that variable is called independent variable. Ulitin ko. Independent variable, when a differential equation involves one or more derivative with respect to a particular variable, that variable is called independent variable. O nga, inulit mo nga, sir. Okay. Ano daw? When a differential equation involves one or more derivative with respect to a particular variable, that variable is called independent variable. Eh, ano ngayon? Okay. And then, what is dependent variable? Dependent variable, a variable is called dependent if a derivative of a variable occurs. Ganun. Okay. Parang hirap naman yata intindihin. So, ganito lang. For example, huwag na natin ano ito. Kalokohan lang to. Huwag na natin, ano yun yan. Oh, here, for example, kasi minsan yung mga pinapahirap lang pero napakadali naman napakadali naman i-explain yan or maintindihan. Here, for this example, the second derivative of x with respect to t plus a dx over dt plus kx equals 0. Okay. So here, sabi dito sa sagot, x is dependent variable, then t is the independent variable, then a and k are parameters or coefficients. Kasi coefficients siya kasi ano siya doon, di ba? Nasa kaliwa siya ng isang variable na derivative. Ang ibig sabihin lang, tingnan niyo lang yung derivative, tingnan niyo siya, titigan niyo, tingnan niyo, titigan niyo gusto. Okay? So titigan, okay, titigan niyo ng titigan. Iyon, kung alin yung nasa ibabaw, yun yung dependent variable. Kung alin yung nasa ilalim, yun yung independent variable. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay? Tingnan niyo, kung alin yung nasa ibabaw ng derivative, yun yung dependent. Kung alin nasa ilalim, yun yung independent variable. Napakadali. Tingnan mo dito. Alin dito ang dependent variable? Ano nasa ibabaw? I. Ano nasa ilalim? T. So therefore, I ang dependent, T ang independent. Dito, anong dependent? Kung alin yung nasa ibabaw, W, ano nasa ilalim? X. So, W tsaka X. So, W ang dependent, then X naman yung independent. Dito, X saka Y, dalawa yung dependent, X saka Y, and then independent is T. Dito, ano ang dependent? Anong independent? X saka Y. Basta ganun lang kasimple. Sa tama, totoo ba yan? Oo, ganun yan. Okay, ganun talaga yan. Kung ano yung nasa ibabaw, yan ang dependent. Kung ano nasa ilalim, yun yung independent. Huwag na natin pahirapin pa yung ano, ganun lang talaga explanation. Okay. So second, ito na mali lang to, typographical error lang. Hindi siya delta, ito yung delta eh. Second partial derivative of b with respect to x plus second derivative of b with respect to y. So ano nasa ibabaw? B. Ano ang yun ang dependent. Ano nasa ilalim? X and y. So yun yung independent variables. Okay, ganun lang kasimple. Kung alin yung nasa ibabaw, yun yung dependent. Kung ano nasa ilalim, yun ang independent. Unfortunately, wala sa ilalim. Wala sa ibabaw. So ang gawin natin, ipakita natin yung derivative or yung differential. I-divide natin siya sa dx. Full equation, let's divide this by dx. Ano mangyayari? Yun ang mangyayari. So therefore, ano ngayon ang dependent variable dito? Y. Anong independent variable? X. Okay? So therefore, here, your dependent variable is y and then an independent variable is x. Okay? Kaso, pwede rin natin i-divide yung whole equation by dy. Pwede rin natin siya ilipat sa ganito. Let's divide this by dy. Ano lalabas? X, quantity x squared plus y squared dx over dy minus 2xy equals 0. So, ibig sabihin lang, here, ang nasa ibabaw now is x. So, therefore, nasa ilalim is y. So, mababaliktad. X is the dependent, then y is the independent. So, ang ibig sabihin lang, we may consider either variable to be dependent, the other being the independent. Kasi pareha silang pwedeng maging dependent, pwedeng maging independent. Depende na sa pagkaka-orient nyo or pagkaka-arrange nung equation, nung differential equation. So, understood? So, ibig sabihin, dalawa, it could be x and y, pareha silang dependent and then independent. Then, there is ordinary differential equation. What is the ordinary differential equation? Ang differential equation, okay, dependent variable, dependent. Okay, then, ito yung mga example. Then, partial differential equation, this one, okay, variables. Okay, ito yung mga example. Okay, katulad ng sinabi, hindi natin pahirapan pa yung sarili natin. Pagka ang pagkakasulat ng derivative ay, eto, yung nasanay kayo sa gantong derivative dy over dx o yung y prime, y double prime. Tapos dito naman, ang ibig sabihin nito, pagka ganyan, ordinary differential equation. Pagka ganito pagkakasulat nito, that is partial differential equation. So, ganun lang kasimple. Okay, wag na nating pahirapan pa yung explanation. So, ganun lang kasimple yung ordinary differential equation and partial differential equation. So, may tinatawag naman na order of differential equation. Okay. The order of the differential equation is the order of the highest order derivative appearing in the equation. The order of the differential equation is the order of the highest order derivative appearing in the equation. Oo nga, no? Okay, so ayan. So for example, the second derivative of x with respect to t plus a dx over dt plus kx equals 0. Ano daw yung pinakamataas na highest order derivative? Ano ba yung order ng derivative? Yung first derivative, yung dy of, for example, y is equal to x. The derivative dy over dx is the first derivative or the first order. Pag dinerivative mo pa yung y prime, magiging y double prime or second derivative of y with respect to x. That is second order. Pag dinerivative mo pali siya, y triple prime, and that is the third derivative of y with respect to x, third order na yan. So, order 3. So, here, kung ano yung pinakamataas, ang mas mataas dito is the second derivative, and that is the second order or order 2. Okay? Ganun lang. Tingnan nyo lang yung sa differential equation kung alin yung pinakamataas na dinifferentiate or derivative, that is the order 2. Number 2, so ito, isang beses lang to nag-differentiate or first derivative lang to, first order or order. This one is the second derivative. This one is the first derivative. Even though, even na naka-raise sa 3, yung dy over dx, still, this one is second order or order 2. Kasi at titingnan mo lang naman kung ano yung pinakamataas na differentiation, which is second differentiation lang or second order or order 2. Kahit naka-raise pa to sa 3. O ito naman, ano, parehas silang second derivative or parehas na order 2 or second order. Kaya sa titingnan nyo lang kung alin dyan yung highest order, kung alin yung pinakamataas na differentiation, yun yung magiging kanyang order. What is degree of differential equation? The degree of a differential equation, which can be written as polynomial in their known functions, and its derivative is the power to which the highest order derivative is raised. Ano nga ulit? The degree of the differential equation, which can be written as polynomial in the unknown function, and its derivative is the power to which the highest order is raised. Ganon. Okay? Ganon yun. Okay? So, tingnan natin sa example. So, for example, for this one, ano daw, sabi dito? Ano sabi rito? Sabi niya, tama, sabi niya, is the power to which the highest order derivative is raised. Pala, ano ba yung highest order dito? Yung second derivative dito, ito yun. So, saan siya ni-raise? Raised to 1 lang. So, therefore, first degree siya. Kasi raised to 1 lang to. Ganun kasimple. Next. O ito, ano highest order dito? Y double prime. Ni-raise sa 2. So, therefore, second degree. Saan ang second ano rito? Ito. Ito ang pinaka-highest order. Ni-raise sa 3. So, third degree siya. Okay? Sumunod. So, ito. Saan ang highest order? Ito. So, kahit itong dy over dx na raise sa 3, pero ang titingnan nyo palagi yung highest order, saan siya ni-raise? First degree lang din. Okay? So, ganun yung degree of differential equation. Yung highest order, kung saan siya ni-raise, that is the degree. So, this one is first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree, 5 degree, 10 degree, 5th degree. Okay, so yun yung ano nun. Okay? So, ayun. Linear differential equation. So, a differential equation is linear in a set of one or more of each dependent variables if and only if each term of the equation which contain a variable of the set of any of their derivative is of the first degree in those variables and their derivative. Haba. Okay, so the differential equation is linear. Okay. The variable, set of derivatives, degree, their derivatives, period. Okay. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng linear? Ano ibig sabihin ng linear? From the root word ear. From the root word ear. Okay. Ano ibig sabihin ng ear? Hindi siya plural, singular lang. Ibig sabihin one. Line. Okay. Hindi sa ear, doon sa line. Ibig sabihin line. So, ibig sabihin hindi siya singular siya. Okay. Line lang, straight. So, line. So, ibig sabihin, raised to 1 lang. For equation of line, di ba alam natin na y is equal to mx plus b. Yung x mo doon, yung x mo, okay? Yung x mo, bali, may balita ka pa ba sa x mo? Okay? So, yung x mo bali doon, so y is equal to mx plus b. Raised to 1 lang. Kaya linear siya. Linear equation. Okay? And that is equation of a line. Okay? So, linear equation kasi is ano lang din. So, ibig sabihin, ang power niya dapat ay raised to 1 lang. Okay. And a differential equation which is not linear in some dependent variable is said to be non-linear in that variable. Talaga. Okay? A differential equation which is not linear in the set of all of the dependent variable is simply said to be non-linear differential equation. Ano ngayon? Okay, so, ano ngayon kung gano'n siya? Hindi. Ang ibig sabihin lang, pagka linear or non-linear, pag linear, dapat ang power nung dependent variable tsaka nung derivative niya, nung kanyang derivative, ay raised to 1. Okay? Tingnan mo. For example, katulad nito, y double prime, y prime, tapos y. You can convert that into what? You can convert that into the second derivative of y with respect to x. This one is, ito naman ay dy over dx. Ito naman ay y. So therefore, ang dependent variable mo dito ay y. Dapat dito alam mo kung ano yung dependent variable mo tsaka yung independent. Kung dependent variable mo dito ay y. So therefore, yung y mo dito and each derivative, ano ba derivative ng y? Y prime or y double prime, y triple prime, y 4 prime, 5 prime, 5 prime. Okay, hindi, y to the Roman numeral 4, y to the Roman numeral 5. Ganun ang representation ng y to the fourth or yung fourth derivative ng y with respect to x. So, pag ang power nun, ng mga derivative niya, tsaka ng dependent variable ay raised to 1, linear siya or linear function siya. So, therefore, this is linear differential equation. How about this one? Y double prime plus 5y y prime plus y equals cosine x. Okay. Ano dependent variable mo dito? Y. Kasi the second derivative of y with respect to x yun. So, ang nasa ibabaw mo ay y. So, therefore, ito, raised to 1 lang siya. Kaya lang ito, yung y, yung dependent variable, minultiply sa kanyang derivative, parang naging isang klase lang siya ng variable eh. So, parang nag-square na siya, nag-multiply silang dalawa, hindi na sila linear. Parang raised to 2 na siya. So, therefore, this one is a non-linear differential equation. Dahil nga dito kung bakit siya naging non-linear differential equation. Dahil dito, nag-multiply yung dependent variable tsaka yung kanyang derivative. Okay? Then this one, y double prime plus 4x y prime plus 2y equals 0. Ano ang dependent variable? Y. Kasi second derivative of y with respect to x. So, yung y mo dito, na derivative y double prime raised to 1. Ito, raised to 1 lang din. Multiply sa x, hindi naman siya dependent variable. Independent siya. Kasi ito, y lang times 2 lang. So, therefore, this one is linear differential equation because your dependent variable here is y. Kaya yun mo malalaman yung gamit kanina ng dependent variable tsaka ng independent variable. Here, ano ang dependent variable mo dito? U tsaka B. U tsaka B. So ito, raised to 1 lang. Ito, raised to 1. Ito, U plus B. So therefore, puro raised to 1 lang sila. Linear equation sila. Linear differential equation. Dali na natin para ang dependent variable mo dito, anyway, na-explain ko na sa inyo kung paano i-determine. So dito, diretso na tayo sa sagot. Explain ko na lang kung bakit. Dito, pakita ko naman sa inyo. May element of surprise pa rito. Pero dito, wala na eh. Wala na elements of surprise. The second partial derivative of u with respect to x plus the partial derivative of b with respect to t plus u plus b equals sin u. So, ang dependent variable mo dito, ito, ang dependent variable mo, u tsaka b. Ang independent, x tsaka t. Yan. So, dependent mo is u and b. Then, non-linear kasi, yung sin u kasi, which is not or linear functions. Kaya nga sin, di ba? Sine wave function siya. Yun yung ginagamit sa vibration. O kaya sa, yung ganun, sound wave in a form of sine function. O kaya naman, cosine function. So, yan. Sa earthquake motion, so ganun yun. So, sine and cosine function yan. So, hindi siya kasi sine u is not a linear function. Next one. Here, y prime squared and dependent variable mo dito, y, any squared mo itong y prime. So, therefore, non-linear differential equation na siya. Here, y prime plus y squared equals k. So, ang dependent mo again dito is y. So, non-linear siya kasi naka-square kasi yung y mo. This one is not a linear function but instead, it is a parabolic function. Raised to 2, parabolic yan. Here, parehas din dito, yung y prime in square, non-linear. Hindi halos parehas lang din ito. Yung y double prime naman ang in square. Ito kasi, isa pa, ito kasi yung ano na to sa problem number 9, this one is second degree differential equation. Kasi yung y double prime in square, second degree na siya. Pagka hindi na siya first degree, non-linear na siya kagad. Ang dependent variable mo dito, x saka y. So, x and y. So, therefore, nag-multiply yung dalawang dependent variable, hindi na rin sila linear. Kaya kung bakit naging non-linear siya. Nag-multiply yung dalawang dependent variable. Next one. Ang dependent mo dito, x saka y. Eto, yung dependent variable x mo, nag-multiply naman sa derivative naman dependent variable y. Hindi na rin siya linear. Okay? Here, x squared dx plus sin x dy. So, ano natin to, i-convert into differential form. into the differential. So here, pag dinivide mo tong ano na to sa x, dx, sorry, magiging dy over dx. Okay, ang dependent mo dito, y. So here, this one is independent variable. Ito, independent variable. So nag-iisa lang yung power ng dy over dx. Hindi naman siya minultiply sa another dependent variable. This one is independent. So therefore, linear siya. Linear differential equation in y. How about this one? X squared dx over dy plus sin x equals 0. Dependent variable dito is x. So binaliktad kasi pwede naman natin ito i-divide sa dy. Nung dinivide dito sa dy, naging ganito, x squared dx over dy plus sin x equals 0. Ang naging dependent variable na rito, yung x. And therefore, yung x mo in-square, tapos binultiply pa sa kanyang derivative, the dependent variable. At the same time, sin x is not a linear function, so therefore, hindi sila linear. So this is non-linear differential. So the second derivative of x with respect to t plus kx squared equals 0. So here, ang tinatanong dito ay classify if it is ODE, ordinary differential equation, or PDE, public display inspection. Okay? Then give the order, degree, and indicate the dependent and independent variable. Also indicate whether the equation is linear or non-linear. So lahat ng pinag-aralan natin doon sa lahat ng diniscuss natin sa introduction, itatanong dito sa bawat differential equation. So obviously, this one is an ordinary differential equation kasi D ang ginamit. Okay? So letter D ang ginamit. So this one is ordinary. Second order kasi ang highest dito is second derivative. Ito 'yon. Nilalagay ko dito kung bakit siya naging second order. First degree kasi naka-raise siya sa 1, yung highest order. Then ano ang dependent dito? Kung ano yung nasa ibabaw, x, independent t. Then linear. Ang dependent mo x. So raise to 1 lang ito. Hindi naman siya multiply sa ano. So linear differential equation. Kaya sandali lang na ano. So linear differential equation siya. How about this one? Anong klase siya? Partial differential equation. Anong order? So second derivative lang naman yung highest. Second order. So ipakita nyo kung alin. Ito yun, tsaka yung isa. Then ano ang degree? Raise lang naman to pareha sa 1. So first degree. Okay, yun. Then ano yung independent and dependent variable? So ano yung nasa ibabaw? W. Ano yung nasa ilalim? T tsaka X. So therefore, ang dependent is W and independent variable is X saka. Then ano siya? Linear or non-linear? By the way, A is parameter. Linear. Linear in W. Na medyo typographical error yun. Linear in W. Kasi dependent variable lang naman ang tinitingnan ko saan siya linear. Number 3. Quantity x squared plus y squared dx plus 2xy dy equals 0. So let's divide this by dx. So mangyayari dito, pag dinivide mo ng dx, eto siya. Okay. So ano mangyayari dito? Ano ang dependent, ordinary differential equation? Anong order? First order. Regardless kung alin dito sa dalawa na ito dinivide sa dy. So raise to 1 lang, first derivative lang, first order. Anong degree? First degree kasi raise to 1 lang. Then pag dito ang dependent variable mo y, meron ka ritong y squared na hindi na siya linear. Tapos multiply yung y tsaka dy, hindi na rin siya linear. Dito naman, ang dependent variable mo x, merong x squared, hindi siya linear function. Then multiply mo pa sa dy, sa dx over dy, so hindi talaga sila linear. So either of the two variable, x and y, are dependent or independent. Pareha silang independent and independent variable, and then this one is non-linear in x, at the same time, non-linear in y. Okay? Kasi sa equation kasi na to, pwedeng dalawa yung kung saan siya yung linearity niya. It's either sa x saka sa y, sa first derivative lang. Pero doon sa second derivative, katulad nito, isa lang, hindi kasi magi-interchange to, hindi magpapalit yung numerator sa denominator. Actually, hindi naman siya numerator tsaka denominator. Ano siya, isang term lang to, hindi magiging reciprocal. So, ang linearity lang nito sa W, although sabi ko sa inyo, typographical error to. W yan, W. Okay? Kasi in terms of the dependent variable lang naman yung linearity. At saka ito, pati ito, Hindi rin siya isang linearity lang yan sa x. Ayan. Ito siya, non-linear in x and y. Ayan. Then ito naman, ito medyo, ito kasing p tsaka yung p tapos x. Ang basa rito, isang variable lang yan, px or p function of x yan. Tsaka ito, q function of x. Isang ano lang yan, isang variable lang ito. Yung p function of x, itong ano na yan, px. Hindi hiwalay ito, hindi tatlong variable yan. Yung px, isa lang yon. Ano siya, p function of x. Then this one is q function of x. Actually, this one is the general linear differential equation form. Okay. General form of linear differential equation. Ito yan. So, dy over dx plus px equal qx. Okay. So, mangyayari dito, with respect to y ito, no? So, ito, pag dinivide mo to sa dx, ito kasi magiging dy over dx yan, or convert mo siya sa dy over dx, yung y prime, then, or kaya naman, dinivide mo sa dx over dy, magiging ganito ngayon ang equation. Unang-una, ordinary differential equation yan kasi ito ginamit, di naman yung partial differentiation. Then first order, first derivative lang. First degree kasi raised to 1 lang yung dy over dx or dx over dy. Dito sa una, ang dependent variable mo y. So ito, raised to 1 lang. Ito, hindi naman multiply sa other y multiplied by independent variable to eh. Ito, independent din tong x. So therefore, this is a linear. So linear siya sa y. Linear sa y. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin. Then pagkain mo rito, ang magiging dependent variable mo x. Dx over dy. So ito, minultiply mo sa function of x. Yung dx, minultiply mo sa function of x. At the same time here, minultiply mo sa another function of x. Non-linear niya siya sa x. So this equation is linear sa x, linear sa y, but non-linear sa x. Kasi depende yon doon sa dependent variable. Y triple prime minus 3y prime plus 2y. So parang ganun siya. Pag kinonvert mo to sa in this form, not y, yung y triple prime, ganito to. Then y prime, ito yon. Then ordinary. Third degree, kasi third derivative. First degree, kasi raised to 1 lang to. Yung y triple prime, raised to 1 only. Then dependent is y, and then independent here is x. Then linear ba siya? Linear kasi puro raised to 1 lang. Next one. Number 6, y double prime. So, parang ganito yun. Ordinary siya. Then, second derivative, second order, raised to 1. Yung y double prime, raised to 1. Then, dependent variable, y dito kasi y ang nasa ibabaw. Hindi pwede magpalit yun. This is one variable only. Parang one variable. Okay, so therefore, dependent mo y. Then, independent mo x. Yung y, multiply mo sa kanyang derivative, non-linear na siya. Yung y double prime. So, this one is partial differential equation. Then, second order, kasi puro second derivative lang to. Ayan. So, second order. And then, first degree, kasi raised to 1 lang lahat. Dependent variable, puro u lang sa ibabaw. Then, independent yung nasa ilalim, x, y, tsaka z. Then, linear, kasi lahat sila raised to 1 lang. Then, here, number 8. The fourth derivative of y with respect to x is equal to w function of x. This one is w function of x. Isang variable lang to, katulad kanina. Katulad dito, isang variable lang. Pag may nakita kang open parenthesis tapos x, ibig sabihin ng function siya, p function of x, this one is q function of x. Sabihin dito, x yan, x function siya ng x, it could be x squared, it could be sin x, and then another function of x, yun ang ibig sabihin. Ordinary differential equation, kasi di lang yun namin. Fourth order, kasi fourth derivative. First degree, raised to 1 lang siya. Okay? Then dependent variable y, independent is x. So therefore, linear. Linear siya. Wala namang ibang multiply sa kanya. X, multiplied by second derivative of y with respect to t minus x, d squared x over d, or with respect to t, is equal to c1. Ano siya? Ordinary. Ordinary kasi ganun ang pagkaka-present ng derivative. And second order, so kasi second derivative ang highest. Then first degree kasi raised to 1 lang pa sila parehas. Then non-dependent yung nasa ibabaw, x saka y ang dependent. Then independent t. So since ito minultiply yung x dependent dito, minultiply sa derivative ng dependent variable y, hindi na sila linear. So non-linear sa x saka non-linear din sa y. L di over dt plus Ri equals E, ordinary. Pagka dito, pagka ganyan na present, kasi ano lang to, raised to 1 ka, pwedeng magpalit yung, mag-reciprocal yung di over dt. Pagka dito, ang dependent variable mo, by the way, first order, ang degree, first degree din, ang dependent variable mo dito I, pagka dito naman yung T. Ang independent variable dito, T, tapos dito naman yung I. So pagka dito sa una, linear siya. Kasi this L, R, tsaka E, coefficients lang yan or parameter or constants. Okay. So, yun yun. So, wala namang multiply sa kanila. Linear siya sa I. Pag binaligtad, ang dependent variable mo dito, T. So, hindi naman multiply sa T or its derivative. Wala naman din dito. Therefore, linear siya. So, linear siya sa T, tsaka linear siya sa I. Okay. So, both linear in I and T. So, ganun din. Follow nyo lang yung solution na ginawa natin. Dinivide sa dx, tapos dinivide naman din sa dy here. Ito siya. May mga sagot na. So I think you can explain it or you can answer it by yourself. Okay. Then 13. So this one, teka balik lang tayo. Ito madali naman intindihin to, no? Sige balik. Ito okay na to, no? Dito lang tayo. So, ordinary differential equation, second order kasi second derivative lang. Third degree kasi yung y double prime, yung highest order, is ni-raise sa 3, kaya third degree. Independent dito, y, independent x, then non-linear kasi third degree. Dito, ordinary pa rin. Third order kasi third derivative ang highest, then ni-raise sa 2 yung highest order. So, second degree lang. Hindi fourth degree. Second degree lang kasi itong highest order ang titingnan natin. And independent W, ang independent X, kasi yun ang nasa ilalim, then non-linear na siya kasi second degree. Non-linear niya. Okay, so yun. Then dy over dx is equal to ito. So mag-interchange lang din yan. Okay, then sige. Pagka dito, by the way, ordinary differential equation, first order lang, dy over dx, first degree, raised to 1 lang. Pagka ito, ang dependent dito y, hindi na siya linear kasi may y squared. Pag dito naman, x, ang dependent, hindi na rin siya linear kasi x multiplied by its derivative. So, hindi na siya linear. So, therefore, non-linear in y or non-linear in x. Both are non-linear in x and y.